Alright, so what's up guys? So we are out here on another run. Out here doing this craziness that we call running and juggling out here with the gnats, making them our friends in this adventure. Right, exploring as we make our way around the school. And then from that, there's certain situations, right, particularly negative ones, right, where you may feel stuck, like I'm in a rut, right? And what is that rut gonna make you? Arguably, it's gonna make you unmotivated, right? Like you don't want to do the things that you know that you've got to, right? Because of that rut, right? It's holding you down, keeping you behind, when in essence you should be doing the work that you were meant to do, right? Your calling, in essence. So don't worry, because we are going to provide you 3 ways to get out of an unmotivated rut, right? Because you want to get out of that thing and escape it. So without further ado, we're going to tip number 1, and that is you stop and breathe, right? Because oftentimes when you get in these ruts, right, these undesirable situations, they could seem overwhelming, right? Your body can freak out, right? You got sensory overload happening, right? Because there's simply just too much happening in a short time. And from that, just simply stopping and breathing is gonna stop you from going through those same motions over and over again, because in essence, they're not working. Right? Why would you want to do something that's not working over and over again? Right? It's almost the definition of insanity. It follows it, right? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So why not do something different, right? Interrupt your pattern. Right? That's one concept that Tony Robbins talks about, right? When people are going through some adverse situations, right? Particular moments within their life that they wish to not be in. And from that, the very first step, what you got to do is just stop and breathe, right? In through your nose, out through your mouth, right? In through your nose for 5 seconds, out through your mouth for 10, and so forth. Whatever pattern works for you. And from that, I guarantee you will start to calm down. Your nerves will start to decrease. You will start to feel better about your scenario. Right? As unfortunate as you may think it may be, right? That you were just thrown into this situation for ultimately no reason. But what you got to realize is that it's life. It's gonna happen to you, right? Life's full of ups and downs. Right? It's not just ups. If it was just ups, people would think that would be nice, but it wouldn't be as fun. So that's the joy of life. It's through the ups and downs you find the time to be happy and the time to persevere. Right? It's not about being sad, but just simply putting your head down and persevering. And that is the second point, right? Put your head down and work, right? Don't worry about the end result, because in that time, it could seem that the end result sucks, right? It's poor, it's terrible, right? It's not what you want it to be. And that's okay, right? Because that's simply just, a downside, right? A downturn, right? Just like the economy crashes, right? Every once in a while, it has a bad time or a bad season. And that's not to mean that you should get out of it entirely, right? That the world should simply stop using it, right? The beautiful thing that we call our economy. No, just means that you gotta stay in it, right? Stay for the long term. Keep working, keep making more money, keep doing your job, because eventually the storms will clear and everything will be all right. Right? You gotta have that belief that everything will work out in the end. Because if you don't, you think you are doomed or simply just unfortunate, then you are not gonna put in the work, right? You're just gonna give up. It'll be very easy, very tempting to just throw in the towel and call it quits, which is the opposite of what you should be doing if you want to succeed and get out of that unmotivated rut. And we are full of bugs. That's what we were looking at, but you know us. We're okay. We're not gonna die. We hope he just didn't swallow any of those things, because that would be very disgusting. So from that, we will continue talking, right? Because that's what we love to do, is just talk a bunch of nonsense. Hey, it's nonsense, you don't need it. So in essence, way number 2, right, where we were talking about putting your head down and going, right? Because I don't know about you, but just when you go for a run, you're gonna feel times where you're tired as crap, right? You're gonna wanna stop, right? Your body has a funny way, and I'll even tell you this, like, I sometimes feel like I'm getting injured, like I'm getting hurt, like something, a little pain would start to appear in a knee or a shin or whatever, and I would want to stop. But our body is essentially playing a trick on us, or me, in that moment. Right? Don't let it, convince you that you're done. Right? You got to know that you're done when the finish line is crossed. Right? When you are walking across that stage, we graduate. Because from that, as we are getting swarmed with bugs, and we will cross. Now, we'll avoid those suckers, but you know the deal, right? Just put in the darn work, right? Put in the hours, because without doing that, you're not gonna get the result that you want. It's not gonna come knocking on your door, right? No one's gonna come give it to you for free. Hey, that's why they're valuable, is right? People put a value to them. From that, you will get out of your rut. And from that, we will go into point number 3. And that is to simply write down your plan, write out your goals, write out your reasons why. Write everything down. Because from that, you will be, making a clear plan, a clear vision for yourself, right? For your reason as to why you are doing it. Why you're going about your crazy journey to obtain everything you've ever dreamed of, right? That's my journey. Right? Simply, as a kid, growing up, I had these dreams for myself, right? I dreamed of saving the world through prosthetics, right? Solving those issues and becoming a big, strong, super person, right? I had dreams of having super strength and being invincible. And from that, I, through my work in the gym and doing this nonsense, I'm working towards it by making myself faster and stronger every day. And from that, I feel as if I'm getting closer and closer to that goal, right? And getting out of whatever doubtful situation I may find myself in. And from that, I have found myself in ruts, right? Situations where I would think that this is hard, this is impossible, right? I'm never going to be superhuman. I'm never going to be able to get these superpowers, but other than that, why not work towards them? Why not, try to make myself the best version of myself that I can possibly be. And from that, who cares if you get it or not? Because you know that the work itself is sufficient, right? It goes beyond that rut. You know, it overpowers it, tramples it. And, you know, from that, you will be able to get out of that rut. And along with the other two ways of achieving it, right? Having it written down, right? And doing these other two ways are going to pull you out of that scenario and help you persevere and achieve it, right? Hit the target, get the goal, whatever you want to do. And from that, you will be able to be successful, right? That big term that everyone wants to be, but doesn't want to put in the work to obtain, right? It's nice, it's awesome, it's beautiful, it's sexy, whatever. But, you know, what is not, arguably, is the work required to obtain it, right? It sucks, but guess what? You still gotta do it, regardless of how you may feel within that unmotivated rut, right? That short, temporary instance of your life that makes you forget about the permanence of your decisions, which are ultimately going to define whether you make it or not. And from that, we hope you enjoyed the video, and we say thank you.